Hey guys, what's up? This is Shihab, and finally we have confirmation from Google that Nexus 6 and Nexus 9 is coming, and now we have official specs and all the rumors have been gone now. So starting with Nexus 6, it has a 1440 by 2560 2K AMOLED display which is protected by a Gorilla Glass 3. So first of all, when I'm talking about the Nexus 6, I'm definitely going to talk about the 2K display. The high-res display in smartphone is always a good thing because we see our phones very close to our faces or to our eyes. In memory compartment, it has 32 gigs and 64 gigs onboard storage with 3 gigs of RAM. And now first time Nexus doing something very good, very special with their camera. So now it has 13 megapixel camera with optical image stabilizer, which is a lifesaver for handheld video making, and also it has 4K video recording, and in front you have a 2 megapixel shooter for selfies or things like that. So talking about the camera, it is going to be just a beautiful camera. Actually the design of the Nexus 6 is just exactly like the Moto X 2014. So the Nexus lineup is putting there some more specification and more update in software and hardware and making the Nexus 6 with the just existing Moto X. And in processing package we have 805 Qualcomm Snapdragon, the latest chip from Qualcomm, and a quad-core 2.7 GHz 450 Hz processor with a Adreno 420 graphics processor, and everything powered by a 3220 mAh battery. Now the thing I'm talking about is the new Lollipop, the Android Neo 5.0. So now the final version of Lollipop is here, and the first phone coming with Lollipop is the Nexus 6. And from the developer preview Android 5.0 L, the final Lollipop Android 5.0 Lollipop is more polished, and now the notification will float in and float away, and we can toggle between things in very easily, and multitasking will be much more easier and suitable in Android 5.0 Lollipop. So the thoughts or the way I see the new Motorola Nexus 6 is just going to be the smartphone of the year or the phablet of the year, whatever you say. It doesn't matter really, because of all the high-end specs, just awesome camera in its back, a high-res display with AMOLED technology, and robust builder like Motorola, and the battery performance or power saving performance of Motorola is just that good. So there is no confusion about this is just a smartphone of the year, we can say. But some people are talking like after coming the Nexus 6, the Nexus 7 will die. I don't think so, because Nexus 7 is just a very decent shaped tab, and Nexus 6 is really very big for call it a smartphone. It's really just a phablet, but the way everyday things getting bigger, there wouldn't be any problem taking a large phone in a hand. People will get easily used to it. They will use a large phone in their hand in a regular basis with no problem, because back then in 2009 or 10, when first the Nokia N8 came out, it was 3.5 inch AMOLED display with a very low pixel density. That doesn't matter, but the matter is 3.5 inch, and on that time I was thinking about these things, that I am going to buy a very large phone. It has a large 3.5 inch screen. Will it fit me in my hand? Because that time I was using a phone about 2.8 to 3 or 3.2 inch, but now I am using a smartphone with a 5 inch high-res display. So things are getting bigger and bigger in every way, but that doesn't mean that you can make a smartphone with a shape like this, with a shape like 10 inch. That won't be happen. So what is the limit of the screen of a smartphone? And I think the 5.5 inch is the limit of smartphone. The time it crosses 5.5 inch, it's going to be a phablet. Starting with 5.5 inch and to 6.6 inch or 8 inch with a very thin or no bezel at all, and the size of tablet should be 7 inch to 10 or 11 inch, not more than that. So I don't know how people will feel 6-inch large smartphone or phablet in their hand, but I can say that people will definitely going to use it very easily or very soon. Very that big, so it won't fit in your pocket that easily, especially if you have a very small pocket or very small hand. It won't fit in your hand very easily. You have to use two hands to access all over this screen. But doing some software enhancement, you can make a large phone very easily accessible with a one hand, as Apple did. And I have also seen in Lollipop that you can toggle between your apps, just swiping your thumb finger, top bottom to top or top to bottom. So there was enough talking about Nexus 6. Now let's jump into the Nexus 9. It has a 8.9-inch high-res display. It's also 2K display, and the screen size of this Nexus 9 is just perfect. It's in between of Nexus 7 and the Nexus 10. Especially I feel as a tab, Nexus 7 is small and Nexus 10 or a 10-inch tab is just large. It has 8 megapixel rear shooter and 1.6 megapixel front shooter, and the camera must going to be better than the Nexus 7. So in now processing package, it has NVIDIA Tegra K1 chip with 64-bit dual core 2.3 GHz Denver processor. So what's the difference between 32 and 64-bit processing package? The 64-bit processing system has more accessibility over the memory, so now you can get more fluent app opening and app closing, and also the fluidity of apps. There won't be lag or frame dropping like things anymore. And it has also a Kepler DX1 graphics processing unit, and also everything powered by a 6700 mAh battery. So finally, what's the thoughts about the new Nexus 9? It's just great, except just only one thing that I won't say I don't like it, but this thing has just disappointed me a little bit. The aspect ratio of Nexus 9. I really like aspect ratio is 16:9, but it has 4:3 aspect ratio. I always shoot pictures or videos in 16:9 aspect ratio. Watching movie to playing games, everything feels good in a wide screen, and 16:9 is the wide screen aspect ratio, but 4:3 you may have seen some cropping top and bottom in some situation in sides, but that really not going to bother you because you have really large display than the Nexus 7, and of course slightly smaller display than the Nexus 10. So thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned to my channel. The review of Nexus 6 and Nexus 9 is coming soon after the releasing of Nexus and Nexus 9. And please subscribe to my channel to get more tech related videos. Click here to subscribe to my channel. So stay tuned, stay awesome. I'll see you guys in next one.